Talking about cleaning up, the man who won the race this morning, Tony Warren, 11 seconds clear. He'll start from pole position alongside 16-year-old Adam Garwood in the Porsche GT2. He starts on the front row. Brad Sheriff, who didn't get the best of starts in the Nissan GTR, will start out of 3 alongside Sam Walter in the VY Commodore. Over the page to Les Walton and Ben Mannion in the next of the GTRs. Roach and Ryan off the next row. Down the page we got to Grace and Wayne Priest in 18th, and off the back there we got Boyd and Howard. Just the 20 cars around here. So an empty grid space.
And also Brody Marr, I don't think is there either. So there's a couple there that haven't made it out for race 2. Wondering if Sheriff's got a bit more than just a fuel issue with that Nissan.
Maybe. So Warren, the Wells Bodyworks Lancer Evo 7. In the background of that shot, the young 16-year-old, the apprentice mechanic and son of Greg Garwood, who the man behind Giraffe contracting on the windscreen, ready for a start. And again, that Lancer gets the better of the start of the front row. He'll lead us down into 1. He's already got a 3-car length lead. They sweep left and then back right and head down to turn 4. Cars jostling for positions. A plethora of GTRs in this race. So many different sounds.
Sensational. You can just see that Evo dynamite off the start. Obviously forward drive. Oh, there's a big dive here down the inside.
Wow, Greg Garwood. Jeez, takes 2 cars in 1 and says, son, I'll handle here, then has an issue. Maybe couldn't find a gear. Well, that looks a bit more than that, doesn't it?
It does. He's got an issue there in that Porsche.
And here we go again with Williams, who gets down the inside of Barwick in the HDT replica VK Commodore. It was so iconic back in the mid-80s in the hands of Brock and Perkins and Harvey and the like. But it's Warren that leads us through first lap, and it's already 3.5 seconds, Stevie J.
It's massive. Massive gap in the first lap here. Obviously, that's made. Oh! Massive slide. Was that Stephen Noble?
He was seriously gone.
Good car control. Maybe he's been taking some lessons from Van Giz.
How did he save that? Down the drag race down to turn 4, the slowest point on this circuit. And
you see that? You see that? Sorry, mate. You see that quite a lot. Coming into turn 1 there, that hump is a lot bigger than it looks on TV. The cars get light, and obviously that little Nissan Z, as you can see there, great under brakes, was able to pass or repass that Nissan back under brakes, but obviously hasn't got the straight line speed. But you see that a lot in all categories, about supercars, sports GT. The cars get light, they lose rear grip. Aussie race cars, all the same. It makes for exciting, television for us to watch, but it's not very nice inside the car. So he did a great job to hang on to that and keep it facing the right way.
A wild moment as we watch Merrick Malouf in the high-tech oil-sponsored GTR that we've seen driven in the past by Clint Peace, who's the series promoter.
A little lock up there.
These little hatchback Tiranas. This one of Matt Ryan. It's only his second or third race meeting. This should be the replay down the 1. Look right of screen here.
Look how wide he is. He's out on those marbles. He's out on that dirty rubber there.
It's already locked up at the front.
And it's just able to... You can see the rubber flying off the back of the car there. What the wheels are picking up. Now Warren's just cleaned out. You can just hear him there. Short shifting. He doesn't need to push the car hard. He's got it in the bag. He just needs to make it to the finish. He's got 5.2 seconds up already on Walter in that Commodore.
Beautiful Lancer. Evo 7 starts lap 4. He missed out on breaking the lap record here in race 1 by 0.05 of a second. So I'm sure he'll be able to do it in this one. 55.92 last lap around as we go back to the battle for second and third now between Walter, former Development Series racer, and the young 16-year-old Adam Garwood. He's got the help of Alex Davison this weekend, who's got plenty of experience with Porsche GT2 and GT3 cars.
He has. I saw Alex earlier on. He said he was helping the young fella, Adam, and it's going to be, to be able to get into one of these cars at 16 years of age and have someone like Alex, who former works driver for Porsche, he's done a lot of stuff overseas, won Carrera Cup here in Australia, and to have someone like him that has done so much in these cars in his career, is going to be a massive learning experience for him and be able to cut his learning time easily in half.
The big thing about this Porsche too is it's running on radial tyres, which is a totally different application.
It is totally different. It's not going to have the grip that the Porsches do have in their GT spec, in their GT3 spec. You know, I'm hearing that Adam may be going to race later in the year in the, not so much in the, as we see Walter there just going too deep under brakes. That thing will have too much straight line speed for the Porsche down the straight, but looking at actually doing the GT3 Cup Challenge later in the year, doing a few rounds of that. So just getting familiar with it here, albeit on a different tyre. Any sort of seat time in this car is going to certainly help him out immensely.
He's got plenty of time on his side, hasn't he? Only 16 years of age, apprentice mechanic. As he works it back at Walter, who runs second. They're nearly 8 seconds behind our race leader, Tony Warren, as he starts lap 6, so half race distance of race 2. Another couple of races coming up tomorrow on our coverage here, the Tyre Power Tasmania Super Sprint. And this is good for Garwood to get experience on how to apply passing moves during races.
We've got one off here. Another Nissan Z here.
That's the 24 machine.
But actually it looks like it's just pulled off down the straight. Might have had some issue coming out of the hairpin down the back straight. It looks like it's pulled to the inside of the circuit.
So Dennis Howard out of this race. We go back to the battle for second and third. We just saw the two GTRs battling out of Mannion in car number 3. We finished on the podium at the Phillip Island round. It's a replay coming up as this is the Howard car.
Oh, there we go.
Brakes.
Well, I think something's let go in the engine bay. You know, all of a sudden just started to smoke. So I think maybe some sort of a line probably popped off that, spraying onto the exhaust, causing that that smoke.
And now dramas for Mannion. The guys just giving a big rap about. The 25 of Creed goes blazing by. And we're 50 minutes away from race 4 of the V8 Supercars later this afternoon here at Symmons Plains. There is Merrick Malouf. This battle rages on lap 7. Down to the turn 4 hairpin. We've gone red.
We got red flag.
A red flag has been thrown here. So not even a yellow, so we've had an incident somewhere around the track. And it's going to red flag this race on lap number 7.
I think it's here. I think there's some sort of a fire underneath the bonnet of...
look at it.
Off Howard's Class B Nissan Z here. They need to get over there quick. Get onto that. There we go. They've had the bonnet up.
And even though it's been coolish conditions down here, that's very dry grass down there. We're used to seeing spot fires up at a hidden valley, but not like this. So for Howard, it's unfortunately game over, and that's going to cost the end of the race also in this Sports GT event. Tony Warren will get the win as he went red in this race. Walter will get second. Garwood in third, down to Williams, Barwick, O'Keefe, Creed, Malouf, Mannion and Noble inside the top 10 of that race. Unfortunately, red flagged at the half race distance mark. Over the page to Ryan, Roach, Tamby, Walton, and back to Howard and Garwood. Thanks to Stevie J for that race. Enjoy the rest of your weekend in Touring Car Masters.